Well, this is Steve Ridgel, and I thought I'd talk a moment about Mother's Day and mothers because Sunday's Mother's Day, and everybody wants to know, what can I do for my mother? Now, I need to be real clear. Most of you know, if you're listening to this, I'm a Christian, so almost everything I talk about is influenced and framed by my conviction. So if you're not a Christian, you may think these things don't really matter. Or you may listen to them and think, there is something to this whole Christian ethic about how you live and treat people. So I'm going to start with the obvious one. You want to do something for your mom this Sunday? Go to church with her. If your mom's a Christian and goes to church, even if you are not, she will be thrilled that you care enough to do something that matters to her. If you're a kind of a believer but aren't really involved in church, go anyhow. She'll be thrilled you showed up. Yes, she may tell you ought to go all the time. She may be right. And yes, she will want you to, but that means so much to your mom. And if you are a believer, you want to be at your church, but if you get a chance, invite your mom with you or go to church with her. Nothing makes moms prouder than to see faithful kids or to know her kids love her enough that they'll show up at church with her. So go to church with your mom. And I'm going to tell you a little deeper than that. If you're a believer who hadn't really got your act together, nothing's going to make your mom happier than to see you start trying to put your life in order for Jesus. And if you're not a believer, I really wish you'd ask your mom why she is. And maybe, just maybe, you'll get some answers that'll help you frame your decision about Jesus. And for those of you whose moms are not believers, if you're not a believer, your mom's not a believer, then I don't know what to tell you about church, because sitting in the hen house don't make you a chicken. Sitting in the church house doesn't make you a Christian. But if you're a believer and your mom's not, maybe you invite her to church because it matters to you and she'll just want to be with you. And who knows what happens then. Number 2, tell your mom thank you. Some of you are thinking, my mom wasn't very loving. You know what? Maybe she did the best she could. Maybe life was hard for her. If you had a single mom, maybe it was all she could do to put food on the table. Maybe there were things going on in her life where she was barely functional. But for a lot of moms, they tried. They wanted to do better. Boy, especially if you're in a Christian family, extend some grace to your mom and thank her for what she did do. Thank her for trying. And if you had a mom that really blessed your life, you need to thank her. Man, put a little note on the flowers that says, thank you for being my mom. Call her and just say, I just wanted to tell you thank you, not just on Mother's Day, but every day for what you did for me to raise me. Thank your mom. That means a lot. Thank her for specific things. Thank you for putting food on the table. Thank you for teaching me how to be a good wife and a mom. Thank you for being a good grandma. I don't know what all you want to thank your mom for, but thank your mom. And number 3, take care of your mom. If your mom's older, and we've got one living mom, and she's 91, and she's still pretty independent and takes care of herself, but we do a lot for her. If your mom needs help, you take care of her because she took care of you. And if you're a Christian, it's the right thing to do. In fact, if you don't take care of your mom, the scripture says you're worse than a non-believer. So we know we need to take care of our family. So take care of her financially, emotionally, mentally, whatever you need to do, you take care of your mom. If your mom doesn't need a lot of help yet, you do what you can for your mom. Go over and mow the yard once in a while. Your dad's still living, he'll appreciate it too. But you take care of your mom, you say thanks. And why don't you go to church with your mom this Mother's Day? So, man, to my mom, Mama, thanks for loving me and raising me. Boy, to my wife, boy, Mimi, thanks for raising our kids, doing a good job. And to the girls, keep it up. Julie and Jamie, y'all are great moms. So love all the moms and let's honor them like we should this Sunday and every day of our life.